Good morning. Today's topic is plasma membrane. The term cell membrane was used in 1885 by Nageli and Karmer to refer to the membrane covering the protoplast. Paul replaced the expression by plasma lemma or plasma membrane. It occurs in prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cell. In addition, possess internal membrane system. The structure of plasma membrane is a thin, elastic, skin-like membrane covering a cell. It is a structural boundary between the cell and its environment and between two cells. It is not visible under a light microscope. The thickness of the plasma membrane ranges between 7.5 to 10 nanometer under the electron microscope. It appears as a three-layered or it called as trilaminar structure. Such a trilaminar structure was named unit membrane by J.D. Robertson. In this three-layered appearance, the central zone or lamina is a light layer and measures about 3 nanometer. The two lateral laminae on either side of it appears darker. Each has a thickness of about 2.5 nanometer. Here the plasma membrane is a thin elastic skin-like covering, right? And it is the outer covering of the cell and it is microscope. The thickness of the plasma membrane is about 7.5 to 10 nanometer and there will be a three layer here. We call it as a trilaminar structure. Nothing but the central zone is a light layer and the other two either side are a thicker one, darker one. The biochemical composition of the plasma membrane. The plasma membrane is composed of three types of molecules that are protein, lipids and carbohydrates. Phospholipid, first nothing but it is a membrane lipid only. Here most membrane lipids are phospholipids. Each has a polar and a hydrophilic phosphate head group. The glycerol backbone and two non-polar and hydrophobic fatty acid tails. Next one, protein. The proteins are of several types. Some are easily extracted from a membrane. These are called extrinsic or a peripheral proteins. Others are difficult to extract and these are called integral or intrinsic proteins. Plasma membrane are mainly composed of three molecules here. Protein about 49%, lipids about 43% and carbohydrates are in very less quantity, that is 7.2%. Here lipids nothing but it is a membrane lipid, that is a phospholipid and it is having a polar tail and a hydrophilic or a hydrophobic fatty acid tail and polar head, right? Again proteins here. Proteins are of several types. Some are extrinsic protein and other may be intrinsic proteins and it is also having carbohydrates here. The membrane carbohydrates are oligosaccharides or a chain of unbranched or a branched sugar, usually with a less than 15 sugar units attached either to proteins to form a glycoproteins or to the lipid to form a glycolipids. The oligosaccharides on the outer side of the membrane vary from species to species. Thus, they provide specificity. Here carbohydrates are of a oligosaccharides or a chain of branched or a unbranched. They may be present like a branch or a unbranched having a 50 sugar units and they may be present on a protein to form a glycoprotein, or they may be present directly on a lipid polar head. So it may be of a glycolipids. So again it is having cholesterol. Another component of the plasma membrane is the lipid named cholesterol. It is abundant in the membranes of animal cell and helps to enhance fluidity of the membrane. So next, a important topic, that is a structure, the fluid mosaic model of plasma membrane. So several models have been proposed to explain the arrangement of chemical constituents in the membrane and to explain the properties of the plasma membrane. So here in 1972, S.I. Singer and G.L. Nicholson proposed a model. It is called as a fluid mosaic model, right? It is widely accepted today. So nowadays also we are going to study the fluid mosaic model of the plasma membrane only. The word fluid refers to the fact that the lipids and proteins of the membrane are not rigid structure but have a mobility. Nothing but fluid means here lipids and proteins present in the membrane are not rigid structure but have mobility. The word mosaic refers to the distribution of these molecules to produce a pattern, nothing but a definite structure. In the fluid mosaic model, the lipids, proteins and carbohydrates are shown as the following arrangements. Here you can see nothing but they are having a lipid bilayer, and you are having here intrinsic protein and extrinsic protein, right? And also it is having a 15 carbohydrates chain, that is a 15 sugar units. So here nothing but it is having a hydrophilic head and a tail region, right? Hydrophobic tail region, and these are a phospholipid bilayer. And you can see extrinsic protein and intrinsic protein. These are a intrinsic protein, and here on only one side is present, that is a extrinsic proteins. And the carbohydrates which are present on the protein are a glycoproteins, and here the carbohydrates present on the lipids are a glycolipids, right? So now the arrangement of lipids, how they are arranged. The phospholipids form a double layer or a bilayer or bimolecular leaflet. The hydrophobic fatty acid tails face each other and the polar head groups are directed outwards. One faces the outside and the other faces the cytoplasm or the interior of the cell. So arrangement of proteins. The extrinsic proteins are found both on the outer side and the inner side of the bilayer, forming a mosaic. Mosaic nothing but it is a definite structure. So the extrinsic proteins are found both on the outer side and on the inner side of the bilayer, forming a mosaic. The intrinsic proteins are inserted within a bilayer. The other extended fully and projected on both sides here. These are transmembrane proteins. Proteins have mobility and behave like icebergs floating on the sea. It looks like, or it behave like icebergs floating on the sea. Next, arrangement of carbohydrates, how they are arranged. So these are a short unbranched or a branched chains of a sugar attached either to lipids or to proteins on the external surface only. So you've seen in the diagram that the carbohydrates bound to the membrane constitutes together form the glycocalyx of the cell. So this is the structure of the fluid mosaic model. So next last topic is, that is the functions of the plasma membrane. The most important function of a plasma membrane is to provide passage for various substances into and out of the cell, and also regulates flow of water and inorganic molecules through it. As lipid molecules are only closely placed to each other but are not joined to each other. So here plasma membrane is nothing but act as a passage here. So it provides nothing but a passing or a regulates the flow of water and inorganic molecules. And here plasma membrane is a selectively permeable membrane. Allows some solute particles to pass through it readily along with the solvent. It also help to allow solid particles. It acts as a protective layer from the uptake of some harmful molecules. Cell membranes often include receptor sites for interaction with a specific biochemical such as certain hormones, neurotransmitters and immunoproteins. So here plasma membrane also act as a nothing but it is having a receptor sites, right, for the interaction with the specific biochemicals. It helps in conversion of signal conveyed by some extracellular agents. In this way, the cell can recognize and process some signals received from the extracellular environment. So these are a few important functions of the plasma membrane. So I think you all understood about the plasma membrane. Thank you.